this shit working? Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty fucking blasted right now. So I'm really not gonna do much besides just watch random shit on YouTube. Man, I was just watching some shit. I'm gonna finish it.
Don't tell a simple story of good versus evil. They tell a fractured tale of rivalry, rebellion, and dual agendas. The Anunnaki weren't a unified force. They were divided, and humanity was caught in the middle. At the heart of this division were two brothers, Enki and Enlil, both sons of Anu, the supreme ruler of their world, but with very different visions for ours. Enki, the scientist, the architect of humanity, was said to be compassionate, curious, and perhaps even protective of his creation. He saw potential in humans, something sacred, something worth preserving. Enlil, on the other hand, saw us as tools, resources, a means to an end. To him, we were noisy, rebellious, flawed, a mistake that needed managing or removing. These weren't abstract differences. They played out in the oldest stories ever written. When humanity grew too numerous, too loud, too independent, it was Enlil who called for our destruction. It was Enlil who unleashed the flood to reset the experiment. And it was Enki who warned one man, Ziusudra, ensuring that humanity would survive. Sound familiar? Because thousands of years later, the same story was retold in the book of Genesis, with the names changed, the gods hidden, but the structure intact. This duality runs deeper than myth. It reflects the tension that still exists in the world today. One force that seeks to control, to limit, to dominate, and another that seeks to awaken, to liberate, to evolve. Both are embedded in our system.
Okay, so to add some context, because I already watched most of this, right? But there was an ancient civilization called the Submarinos, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna just shut the fuck up until we'll talk about this shit when I'm like understanding a little bit more of it. I don't want to spread around misinformation. I don't even understand everything, but I do have the concept, right? I do have this idea that maybe all of the history and everything that we understand today is all real, in the sense that if it's written about and then the same type of story is retold, then that's just the history of how we. Actually, I'm gonna shut the fuck up, bro. I'm so fried. I don't wanna try and talk right now. You crazy? Man, we're gonna go do. We're gonna go play some Realm. And we're gonna just think about. I'm gonna just think while I play. That's crazy. Let me just make sure this shit actually worked. It didn't. Okay, there it is. Alright, bitch, you're allowed to go back, pussy. Nice, okay. Alright, yeah, so I was gonna play this assassin. Fucking, it would be full of bitches. Full of fucking bitches. Fucking know that? Full of bitches. Let me see, give me some shit. There's nothing, these niggas aren't giving out anything right now. A pink heart. Interesting. Expert weapon class. Let's just claim all. I don't know how I got some free shit. I haven't played this game in a minute. Alright. ¿Ya te vas? Okay, bye, pups. See? Okay. Bye. Alright, guys. So this is what I was thinking. Right, I'm just tell you my thoughts about what I was just understanding. But you guys aren't gonna know unless you go out your way to learn. So I'm gonna just rant for real. I'm gonna just rant like a fucking crazy person, bro. So I find it kind of funny that that type of message gets played out a lot, especially like it's so weird that we're still learning about rebellion and we're still getting taught that we shouldn't just be taking everything as it is, because now everything seems what it, it's kind of how like in the Kybalion they say, well, what they say that everything is all truths are but half truths, and all lies are but half lies, something like that, you know. So there's always layers to everything. Is basically what that's trying to say in terms of what we perceive to be the truth, right? Because even though the truth might be true to one person, right, but if it's different for somebody else, then the truth there isn't that it's a lie or that both can't be, but it's more like both are the truth, and that's the truth. Ooh, that's fucking crazy. But that's not crazy to wrap your head around, because to me that makes perfect sense. To me that makes perfect sense because we gotta, when we start thinking about other people, right? Then we start to think about, okay, yeah, that's why more than one truth can exist at the same time, right? And maybe sometimes what we perceive to be a lie is just another side of the truth, right? So what I'm trying to say is that with what I learned today through that video, that we, are more than the social the structure that we live in is inharmonious for us. It is inharmonious for humans. Like it is, we should not be working every day. We should not be doing this and that. We should be following a different type of thing. We shouldn't be doing what we're doing right now. Like the type of the way that we have hierarchies, the way that we have status. No, actually I don't know. Status is something that would happen through, like, let's say we all lived in a harmonious world, and you become really good at something, or you share a lot. You're gonna get famous because people know you, but it's gonna be love. It's not gonna be actual just like admiration or envy, because anybody can be amazing. Anybody can. Everybody has the possibility and has the potential to be amazing, right? How do we know everybody has the potential to do so? Because everybody also has the potential to be evil, right? So like, it's kind of more about what you decide to be, what you have, because you have free will and you don't have free will at the same time, right? And I was thinking about that earlier. It was like, I was thinking about why some people think there's no free will, because very obviously you have a choice, right? But what if we're only observing it in the sense that it's us, right? But we also got to think about how society works, right? So when people think like this, they're like, okay, well, let's see, I'm conditioned to work and conditioned to add meaning, or not even meaning, but just to add some type of helpfulness to life, and not to life, to society, right? When we think about it like that, it becomes kind of toxic, because at that point it's like, okay, well, not even toxic, but you kind of lose the sense of free will, because it's like, well, am I doing this because everybody else around me is also doing it and is in the pursuit of something better? Why am I pursuing something better? Why is that a thing for me? Why can't I just be a better me? Why can't I just pursue wanting to better myself, right? Obviously, we right now live in a type of world where this is possible. This is possible. You could just not give a fuck and do whatever the fuck you want every day, and nothing will come of it. There won't be anything bad. There won't be anything good until No, until you start to consider like, hey, I need fucking money because I need to buy fucking food because I need to, ah shit, I need a place to sleep and ah shit, all types of shit, right? It's like we live in a place where now you're not even forced to work, but it's in your best interest to work. And why do we work? To get money. Who invented money? I don't fucking know. But whoever did is a jackass, bro. I don't want to fucking pay for shit. The fuck. But then how are you gonna get things if you don't pay for other services? You know, you're gonna have to learn it, or you're just gonna have to go without it, right? That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point. But see how every see how there's like truths layered on top of each other, dude? Because now it's not about working because we're forced to work. No, at that point it's working because we've come to the point where we have to survive. And the way to survive is to work, right? To be of service to other people. So understanding this truth, it's like, well, is there free will if I constantly have to be, you know, helping out others for me to make a living and to live? Is that free will? I mean, I guess it is, right? In a way, because your understanding of the truth helps you make a decision, you know. So maybe the people that are like that agree with that, with not having a will, you know, not free will not being a thing, like maybe that's why they think that. I'm not too sure. I honestly believe there is free will. The only reason I'm saying that is because anybody can stop doing whatever the fuck they want to, right? Let's say if that scientist, I don't remember who the video was about. I just remember seeing the thumbnail, and that's what made me think about it. But if the scientist that was saying there is no free will because we have to work for each other in order to survive, right? And survival is in your best instinct. But if you want to be lazy all day, you know, and if you're someone that understands this truth and like embodies it, then you're not gonna want to stop working, right? Because at that point you're jeopardizing your own life. And that's not what you're trying to do, right? You're trying to live comfortably, and in order to live comfortably, we have to serve the people around us. But is that true? Is that actually true, or is that just the way we've been conditioned to think, right? Because, you know, we all have to work, you know, and this is something I was just thinking about. But why is it that we all don't? I don't know. See, I'm so confused by it. I'm like trying to better understand it, but it just isn't making too much sense to me yet, anyways. Because I don't know. Maybe there's something that I'm perceiving wrong. I think, like within myself, that makes me think like, because I'm not. That's not the way I want to say it out loud. You get me? But I just can't find the proper way to articulate it. So I'll just keep on thinking of the thought until I can. But until then, kind of just because the whole story that I was listening to, right, was about these gods, not even gods, but these people that come to Earth, and they see that we're fucking stupid and retarded, and they give us the ability to do whatever, right? So to like, we get the blueprint for agriculture, like fucking ARKs, how to govern. That I think that's what it was, like how to govern and how to like make a kingdom or make a city, right, or civilization or some shit. And gaining this knowledge, we became like subservient to them, but we weren't given the opportunity to do that. We were just told to do it, right? So now that's what has me questioning a lot of these things, like the working thing, because like if that's to be true, right? If that's true, then that means we're following a system that was put in place by force by people that wanted us to just work for them. Okay, in this way of being, right, this way of living that we've been living for basically our whole human existence, right? Like not even human existence, but ever since we became civilized or sentient enough to understand that we gotta shit. Okay, so what does that mean, right? Well, like what the fuck does that actually mean for us? Because that means we've been following a system that wants us to keep on working endlessly, right? to make things, but who's actually, you know, because we're not, you know, the people who are working, they're not getting anything for it. Oh yeah, they're getting a couple dollars. Yeah, fuck, congratulations, nigga. You help somebody else make millions, and guess what? You got $1,000 at the end of the check for 2 weeks. Like, congrats. Like, damn. And it's like, well, yeah, he owns more of the company, but like, why is it like that? You know, why is it like that? It's a big reason why it's like that. It's because we all have come to the believe that it has to be like that through rules and regulations, you know, laws that are in place to keep money where money is. You know, that's not to discourage anyone, because anybody can become rich. Anybody can with enough determination, with enough, I was gonna say knowledge of the field, but it's more about knowledge of how to use people intelligently, you know, because you can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't have the ability to talk to people, if you don't have the ability to, you know, get along with people, then that doesn't fucking matter. That's where, like, you know, dark psychology comes into that type of shit. That's why I think most of the political world is why it's fucking corrupt, right? Because all of these people understand the fundamentals of, I was gonna say power. I was gonna say all those people just want to keep on getting richer, right? So they're in a they're struggling with themselves at that point, because, you know, everybody has a battle to fight. It doesn't matter if you're rich, doesn't matter if you're poor, middle class, you know, everybody's going through something. You know, it doesn't matter how good you think your life is, you're going through something, right? Everybody is, all the fucking time, you know, because that's just how life is. If you see somebody that is totally happy on one day, just know that he was probably super sad on another day. You know, just because you see somebody super sad one day doesn't mean he was never happy or anything. You know, just gonna be people who exaggerate, who are gonna be like, yeah, well, you haven't lived my life, you fuck nigga. Like, yeah, my life is pretty bad, nigga. I have to suck dick to get quarters, and then I get fucking caught in in McDonald's bathrooms, and then I fucking don't know what else to do. I'm kind of stuck, and you know, a whole bunch of bullshit, right? But it's like, nigga, we all have to go through struggle, bro, and struggle is what makes or breaks people, you know. At least I like to think so. You know, everybody can go through struggle, but it's all about, everybody goes through struggle. It's all about how present you are while you're in it, right? Like how you deal with it, how you go about the situation. And just know that probably you're in that situation because you fucking put yourself there. I'm just gonna be completely honest on that. You know, every situation that I'm in, it's because I decided to fucking be there. You know, you feel me? Like, damn. Yeah, some things are out of our control, and those things usually don't affect us all that much, or won't in the long run the way that we think they will, unless, you know, it comes to be. But at the same time, it's like, if there was a war, well, you know, we know we're going to be in a war, right? Like, we're gonna go to war with Iran or some shit. I don't know. Pretty sure. Yeah, if we lose that war, what of it? If we win that war, what of it? What really changes for us? Okay, so let's take a deeper look into that, right? If we lose the war, and then I'm just going off predictions made by somebody else, right? But they said that if we lose the war, then the predominant superpower would be whoever we lose the war to, right? And if we lose the war to them, then we're gonna be, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. Maybe people aren't gonna take America as serious, and then it won't be a capital of the richest people in the world. I think that's gonna switch to, it's gonna probably go to Dubai or something. That place is probably gonna get like, just even keep on getting even more richer, because why wouldn't it, right? And why really wouldn't it? Because fucking everybody's invested in that shit. There's literally ads asking you to advertise and to fund that fucking place. Like, you know, people want money to go there, bro. You know what I'm saying? That shit gonna get richer than a bitch. But what does that mean for what does that mean for everybody else? Okay, well, a place that already had money is gonna keep on getting money. No surprise there, right? But what does that mean for you? Does that mean you should go hateful, jealous of this place? Nah, because I mean, yeah, I mean they're gonna have a lot of money, but if you start to pay attention to how they're actually living there, it's really bogus, bro. Like it's not a fucking place to live at. First off, because it's a tourist fucking attraction. You know, those are just to look pretty. Do you look deeper in there into like the inner meaning of all of that shit, bro? It's the cheapest labor you'll ever fucking find anywhere, right? Because the people there are tread like shit. So, you know, so you have this place that's so nice and so fucking elegant and expensive, but like, what's the point of it if you know the people that are going there being treated like shit? I'm assuming, anyways. You know, bunch of rich people who go in there thinking they're so high and mighty because it's, I don't know, maybe that's projection on my part, but what I'm trying to say is I'm high. And I'm coding like a cut. The fuck? But it's not the worst thing in the world. I don't know. I just like to fucking ramble. I'm not gonna play with y'all. Fuck, did I miss it? Where the fuck is everybody? What is going on? Is nobody playing today? It is a really nice fucking day outside. I won't even lie to y'all. It's 61 degrees outside. Whew! Man. Damn, my pops had made some motherfucker again. Get in there, bitch ho. Get in there, bitch ho. Fuck me. Alright, we're gonna go play some fucking. What are we gonna go do? We're gonna go watch some dank memes. 9 years ago.
Gen Z is so dumb. I don't know why they're so obsessed with this burnt peanut streamer guy. Like, grow up. What's so funny about a guy's face on a piece of food? Oh.
Did you know women have a hard time choosing where to eat because the last time they did, they doomed all of humanity?
What?
Sorry about this, but I don't have time to chat with monkeys.
We find people in the world right now. Let's make that 0.
They talking about genocide and assault the mountain. Love it. Let's get the bosses coming.
Okay, whoever you want. You wanna play 7? Okay, 7, come on up.
Things I can't eat as a Catholic, part 5. So contrary to popular belief, Catholics can't actually eat Lysol wipes. I know that they may taste really good, but we are not allowed to eat them.
Oh, come on, man. What's one word that you just cannot stop saying? I mean, literally, you can't go 24 hours.
This is good. This bad. We didn't get a graduation.
Hey, SpongeBob. Hey, Patrick.
Super creep Famuma Musume.
She is not letting you crack, SpongeBob.
I didn't feel anything.
Samira.
God, that was so boring. That shit was not fun. What are these niggas doing? Give me that Dex, boy. Give me that Dex, boy. Don't mad, boy. Give me that Dex, boy. Give me that Dex, boy. Give me that shit, boy. Alright. Candyland. Holy, somebody fucking playing. What time is it? Look at this key, nigga. Alright, damn. Sorry guys, gonna have to. Oh, I almost fucking. Alright. Alright guys, that was a quick stream. Alright, see ya.